Okay. A system consists of n number of particles. So here I am considering a system which is hydrogen chloride molecule. So the molecule itself becomes a system. Now this system has two particles. Now what are the two particles? H plus ion and Cl minus ion. Now these two ions are your particles. Now if this is the case, now where will be the center of mass is going to lie? Can you generally just tell me, boys? You know, you have learned your chemistry. H plus and Cl minus. Where is it your center of mass lying exactly at the center, or where it can lie, boys? Where?
Towards chlorine.
Okay, it will be moved towards chloride ion. Sorry, chloride ion.
Chloride ion, yeah.
Yes. Why is that so? Correct, correct. Who was answering? Sorry, boys, I have to keep
Because
shifting.
Cl has more electronegativity than hydrogen.
Hydrogen, yeah. So it goes.
Electronegativity is that, okay, this is ionic bond. Okay, fine. Is
Cl
that the
okay.
atomic mass is more in Cl than H?
Yes, ma'am. Also, Cl atomic mass is
Atomic mass is more, right?
proportionately more
Correct, correct.
than
So here in this system, boys, in this system of hydrogen chloride, your center of mass can be somewhere shifted towards your chloride ion. Okay. So now let us find. I have a two particle system. I'm just giving an example. Can you see this, boys? This diagram, right? You have an origin, right? You have say M1. I'll put this as H plus if you are getting it confused. M2, I'll put it as Cl minus. Are you clear, boys? So I have two particles which form a system. What are the two particles? Particle 1 having a mass M1, particle 2 having a mass M2. This is a two particle system, right? Now, M1 is located at a distance of x1 from the origin. M2 is located at a distance of x2 from the origin. Boys, are you clear? Are you clear about this? So I have a system of two particles. One is of mass m1, the other one is of mass m2. M1 is located at a distance of x1 from the origin. M2 is located at a distance of x2 from the origin, right? Now say the center of mass lies at a point C. I'm just arbitrarily telling you the center of mass is lying at point C. Now, to specify the position of mass, so what will be the position? What are the x and y coordinates? The center of mass, suppose I'll take the center of mass at point C. What will be the position at point C? What will be the coordinates? You know what do you mean by
The
coordinates?
midpoint.
And the midpoint of M1 and M2.
Wait, 1 second, boys. 1 second. I think so. You're not getting what I'm stating, boys. See, this system. I'm just considering a system where you have two particles, M1 and M2. Clear? Now, M1 is at a distance of x1 from the origin. M2 is at a distance of x2 from the origin. Clear? Now, what is the position of? See, this entire system is lying in an xy plane. This entire system of M1 and M2 is lying in an xy plane. Now, what will be the coordinate of M1? Mathematics students, you are
x2, 0.
x1. Okay, x1, comma,
0.
comma 0. Okay, good. What is the coordinate of M2?
x2, 0.
Yeah, correct. X2, y coordinate is 0. Now, C is the point of center of mass. What will be the coordinates of?
Capital X, 0.
Correct. Because point C is at a distance of capital X. So the coordinates of this is x comma 0. Are you clear? Are you clear with this, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you have to just have to draw the diagram because everything I have taken it from the textbook. No need for the statement. So what? Suppose if I want to find, boys, if I want to find the coordinates, right, of the center of mass, x coordinate and y coordinate. Here, in this case, y coordinate is 0, boys. In this case, y coordinate is 0. Is that clear? Suppose if it is, suppose the object is somewhere like this, X and Y axis. Sorry. This is M1 and this is M2. Will not the mass M1 will have both X and Y coordinate? M2 will also have an X and Y coordinate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. When
Okay.
is Y 0?
Are you clear? Are you clear, boys? This is a linear one.
Ma'am,
right? Hmm.
okay, in the second example, okay. I thought you
In the
said-
second example, should I go for the next slide and
No, no,
blank
it's
slide
okay.
and explain?
Ma'am,
Boys,
hold on.
No, ma'am, it's clear.
From this slide, what all we have to write?
No, in this slide, you need not write anything. What you can do is you draw the diagram. You draw the
We have to
diagram.
write the definition of
Ma'am, the graph, right?
Definition. Only the graphical
okay, ma'am.
part.
So we have to write
Then
the
you can,
definition and
then,
graph.
yeah. Oh, okay, only the graphical part. I'm not making you to write let x1 and x2. Should I make you to write all these things? All these statements are there in your textbook. I don't want to waste the time. What you can do is the center of mass of the system is that point X, where your X coordinate, because your center of mass has X and Y as its coordinate. You can write coordinates of center of mass. I'll put this as C dot M, a short method of writing center of mass. Coordinates of center of mass, which is your center of mass. The point C locates your center of mass. It is X and Y. Now, how to find the X coordinate? How to find the Y coordinate? Here, Y coordinate is 0, correct? Right. So C has, point C will be your center of mass. Since it has only X coordinates. So this is how you find your X coordinate. We are not deriving it, only the expression is being given to you. So there is a special case. If both the particle have the same mass, then your center of mass will be at the center. This might be checked as a comes under reasoning based question. You draw the diagram, just specify C is the center of mass and it has X and Y coordinate, but Y coordinate is 0. Now how to find the X coordinate? Are you all clear, boys? What is X, capital X? Boys, are you all clear? Capital X is the X coordinate of the center of mass. If both the particles have the same mass, then X becomes equal to X1 plus, which means the center of mass will be at the midway between both the particles.
Ma'am, so center of mass is the assumed point, right?
It's assumed. Yeah, it is assumed. Boys. It is assumed, but you can locate. You can locate it.
Because like
You can locate. Yes, boys. You can locate it. Generally, what happens is that in your practical session, every year, so this year we were not able to access the lab. We used to have an activity apart from your regular practical classes. That is what we call it as locating the center of gravity of an irregular lamina. Since it's not accessible right now, we'll see, might be later on things become normal, you can access your labs. Boys, can I go for the next one? Can I go for the next one, boys? Because I have to complete this, I have to start with my numericals.
Yes, ma'am, you can go forward.
Now for the 3-particle system, boys, wait 1 second. You need not copy all these things. Only thing is that you should know about a 3-particle system. I'm just giving an example. A three-particle system can be your carbon dioxide molecule, C double bond O, right? This is a linear molecule. Carbon dioxide molecule is a linear molecule, right? Then H2O, right? A polar molecule. So you can have different orientation. A system which has three particles the particles can be along a straight line. Carbon dioxide is a classic example of a system of three particles where all the three particles are along a straight line, or it can form a shape of a triangle like your water molecule. Right? So when you have a system of three particles, clear boys, suppose I have this y-axis, say z, say x. Can you imagine this, boys? I have m1, say m2, then m3. Is this diagram clear for you, or should I put it in a more clarified manner?
It's clear.
And can you put it like in a better frame?
Okay, fine. Can you see this picture, boys? Can you see this picture?
Yes, ma'am.
And now look at this. You have a system which has an n number of particles, m1, m2, m3, m4, mn. So I'll just enclose them. Now this becomes a system. System means a body, right? Now this becomes a system. Is that clear, boys? Now here, with respect to the origin, m1 is located at r1, all these things are there. Now where is your center of mass? The center of mass is lying, say, at point C. Now this center of mass has a position with respect to your origin. So it will have both x, y, and z coordinate. Is that not your center of mass will have both? Center of mass is lying in an x, y, and z plane. Boys, in which plane we are in? We are in three-dimensional plane. So three-dimensional space, right? Now this system consists of n number of particles. Now this system is in three-dimensional space, so that the center of mass, the position of the center of mass should be represented by x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate. So now how to locate the center of mass of a three-particle system? Now this is a three-particle system. Sorry, I think so. This, yeah, fine. Three-particle system. So if the center of mass has coordinate x, y, and z. So how will I find the x coordinate? The x coordinate, right, boys? You can start with this. Write the heading: center of mass of a three-particle system. The center of mass C of the system of three particles is defined and located by you need to specify three-particle system in which plane. Actually, it is in XY plane. Now, this is for lying in a straight line, or I can write it is in an XY plane. No, it can be in an XY plane, boys, because once, should I reduce the sound? Boys, should I?
No, ma'am, it's fine.
Boys, listen. Now, this is the center of mass of a three-particle system in an XY plane. Will not confuse you with. So in that case, boys, in that case, this will be your y-axis. This will be your x-axis. Okay, fine. I'll put this as M1. Then somewhere I'll put M2. Here it is M3. Clear, boys? Then you have, this is the system. Don't take it as a straight line, then it will be. In this system, let me put the center of mass is somewhere at this point, C. Right, boss? The center of mass is at this point, C. It has both X and Y coordinate. The center of mass of a 3-particle system. You can draw the diagram. Have a rough diagram, boys. Have a rough diagram. And from the origin, this is so M1 will have a coordinate what? X1, Y1. M2 will have a coordinate X2, Y2. M3 will have a coordinate X3, Y3. Sorry, this is X2. Boys, is this clear or should I redo this? Should I redo 11B? Anyone who is finding it difficult? 11B? Eleventh standard.
Ma'am, do we have to write this down?
No, what you have to write, I'll let you know. Why, boys, this chapter is difficult.
Now what you explain is okay.
Okay, center of mass of a 3-particle system. You just write in XY plane. Just write it in XY plane. If you want the diagram, if you want to have a diagram, you can have a diagram. You can have y-axis, you can have x-axis. So I can put this as M1, this is M2, somewhere around M3. Then I can go for the center of mass. So all should start from the origin. Point C. This entire thing will be your system. So this will have a X and Y coordinate. So M1 will have a coordinate X1, Y1. M2 will have a coordinates X2, Y2. M3 will have coordinates X3, Y3. So how to find? I have gone for the n-particle system. Once you draw this diagram, have you completed this diagram?
No,
Boys, have you? Okay, just have this diagram. Sorry, boys, I have drawn this diagram in the next one. Just draw this diagram M1 of X1, Y1. So what is X2, Y2? X2, Y2 represents the position of M2. X1, Y1 represents the position of particle M1 in an XY plane. Boys, do you understand this? M3, X3, Y3. The coordinates X3 and Y3 represents the position of the particle M3 in XY plane. Shriram, Kritya, Prasanna, and
Yes, ma'am.
Huzair.
Yes, ma'am.
Huzair, is that fine? Shall I move for the previous slide, boys? Shall I move for the previous slide?
Yes.
That's what. Yes. Okay. So how will I find? Only thing is that you should know, boys, these things. Right? So X becomes, how will I find X? It is M1 X1 plus M2 X2 plus M3 X3 is equal by M1 plus M2 plus M3. Only these two are enough. So the diagram plus X and the expression for X and Y.
So M1,
Only these things are enough.
it will be N1, N1.
Yeah,
till
correct.
N.
Yeah.
Till
What I'll do is
divided by
correct,
sum
correct,
of all
boys.
the masses, right?
Fine.
Which all should we write? Right.
No, only whatever I have highlighted with red ink.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, only that much is enough, boys, right now. So instead of going for n-particle system, shall we do numericals and come to n-particle, or should I complete n-particle? Will it be confusing for you all, boys? Will it be confusing?
We do numericals now. If that's
Yeah?
fine.
No, I'm just asking you. Should I go for n-particle system right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Fine.
but I think period's over.
Okay. So then tomorrow's class will start. We'll continue with the n-particle system, and then we'll complete the numerical mode.
Okay.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.